My name is John Denny. I was born in Virginia, Minnesota, August 15th, 1934. I went to Proctor, Minnesota High School, and I left when I was 17. I quit school and joined the military.
And didn't you need permission from your parents?
Yes, I did. That's why I went in the Air Force. I wanted to go in the Army or Marines. And my father is deceased. My mother says no. The recruiter said, well, you can go in the Air Force. You know, you won't be on the front lines or anything. So she knew I was determined, and so she signed it.
How about your family? How many siblings did you have at the time?
I have one sister.
One sister?
She
So you're
just-
the only son?
Yep, and she just turned 85, my sister. Yeah.
So where did you get the military training?
I went to San Antonio, Texas, and from there to another part of Texas, and went to Wyoming to a school, military school there, and my first station was Hanscom Field, Bedford, Massachusetts.
What kind of training did you receive?
I went through a supply school, learning all the different aspects of supply.
Can you give me some example what supply means here?
Well, supply would be everything on an air base, everything, every building, person, whatever, airplanes, they all need something. And our business was to order it, have warehouses to store it,
And
distribute it, yes.
So when did you leave for Korea?
January 1953. I think it was January, yes.
So did you fly there or did you take the troop ship?
We took a troop ship.
Air Force. Oh, come on. You should have taken...
Yeah. 17 days across that ocean. We had some rough water, but it didn't bother me. I had KP on the ship going over and the
What is KP?
kitchen police. But I had a good job. I had an elevator going from the storeroom, bringing food up to the galley, the kitchen. And so I ate lots of fruit on the way up and whatever. And I never did get sick. I thought I would, but
Did you stop in Japan by way of Korea?
no, we went direct into Yokohama, put us on a train under guard, took us to Fuchu, I believe, not sure, and we were in a fenced-in under guard, give us our clothing and whatever we needed, and took us to Tachikawa, Japan, and put us on C-124 aircraft, double-deckers full of troops. First airplane didn't get off the ground. We hit the brakes and scared everybody. The second one, we made it. I think we went into Daegu. I was offered a job there. It's not like an interview, but this officer called me in. He says, "Hey, I need a guy in the gym." I said, "Well, no, I didn't come here to go in the gym." And
What do you mean gym?
a gymnasium.
You had a gymnasium at the time in 1953?
They did on Daegu. But anyway, I didn't want the job. Not that I really had the choice, but the officer got kind of angry. He said, "Okay, they need a guy up at Suwon, K-13.
K-12.
No, 13, Suwon.
Suwon was K-13?
Yes, sir.
I think it's a K-10 or K-11, no? Or Okay.
13.
Okay.
Interesting thing, we put me on a, I don't know if it was a C-46 or C-47. We landed at
Suwon.
Suwon. It was rainy and muddy, and the PSP we were talking about. And they had quad 50s on half tracks around the hills, which I didn't know at the time. But it seemed like that was the time to check your guns when we got off the plane. You should see a bunch of 18-year-olds hitting the mud. We didn't know what was going on, the guns going up. So that was my introduction there.
So what did you do there in Suwon?
Actually, they assigned me down to combat laundry units.
Combat laundry unit?
Yes.
What does that do?
Well, it's the big vans with big washers and dryers in, gasoline-operated stuff.
So you're cleaning the clothes?
We had people there to do it. We were just overseeing everything.
Overseeing that?
Yes. We had Papa San, the boy San there, and Papa San was an ex-sergeant in the Korean Army, and every once in a while when the military police would catch something, they would take Papa San up to talk to the gentleman. And apparently he was pretty good at it.
Do you remember his name?
No, I don't. Papa San, that's all.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all it was.
Was it dangerous in Suwon at the time? What was the situation? Did enemy flight attack you ever?
We had snipers in the areas around once in a while. Bed check Charlie.
Could you spell bed check Charlie? B-A-D, right?
No, B-E-D, I'm sorry, bed
Bed
check Charlie.
C-H-E-C-K?
Yeah.
What
No,
was the-
bed check Charlie.
Yeah, C-H-A-R-L-I-E.
Yes.
What does bed check Charlie means?
It means like we were in our beds and he would come over in a little low-flying one-engine aircraft, put, dropping hand grenades. So everybody would run
Bed
out.
check and check is C-H-E-C-K, right?
Bed check, yes.
C-H-E-C-K. So that was the kind of name that you gave to the enemy aircrafts who sneak in and throw the hand grenade.
Yeah, it was a harassment.
Yeah.
But we had to jump in the sandbags, revetments, whatever, grab our weapons, whatever. But one interesting night, we had a first sergeant who was an ex-Marine during World War II, and I think he was still living that war. And apparently a hand grenade went off somewhere close. He pulled his weapon and made us all march up and down the roads, all through it. Next day he was gone. He went, I think, to a hospital in Japan or something like that.
What happened?
Probably went to a hospital or mental.
Oh, mental.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't make sense. Yeah. But it was an interesting tour. We made a few trips to Seoul, like on a Sunday, after things closed, after the war shut down. Armistice. That was in July 27. Yeah. But I was still there. But we'd go to Seoul. The sad thing, I don't have any pictures today, but everything was rubble. It was just leveled. And the bases would get packing crates with supplies in it. And they'd end up outside the base with people living in them. And very sad.
Mm.
Children, yeah. But,
Did you know anything about Korea before you left?
never heard of it till I read it in the newspapers. Really, I know. Yeah. But you talked about school. I got my, I graduated in Korea. I got GED,
What is GED?
General Education Development Test.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, I was granted a high school diploma from my home school.
Uh-huh.
I sent everything to my sister. She took it to the principal, and I have after I completed 22 years in the Air Force, I got a job, and then I went full-time to college.
What did you study?
I had sociology, criminology,
Wow.
and I got a bachelor's degree.
Masters?
Bachelor.
Bachelor's?
Uh-huh. And we had 4 children. I was working full-time, going to school, nights and weekends. And
What kind of job did you have?
I worked for the Air Force, civil service, civilian. I was in civilian personnel. Ended up in labor relations, but I worked personnel items like insurances. Maybe if people were not good, we would terminate them. Worked with the supervisors,
I see.
how to reprimand employees, those type things. So we had them come and go on that.
Were there any more dangerous moments in your service in Korea? Except Bed Check Charlie.
Oh, Bed Check Charlie. No, not from the enemy, no. One of our people went out of his head one night, and
What do you mean? How?
we had a room in back of the laundry where we slept.
Mm-hmm.
There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 of us back there, nice, comfortable. And I think he'd been drinking something from downtown. But we heard that car being lock and load, and he was going around the room crying, talking about his mother, and he was going to kill this guy. And for a long time, finally, the guy that slept next to him, they were very good friends from the States, kept talking to him, and he broke down, and that was the end of that. But no, nothing, I had no danger from the outside.
Did you write back to your family?
Oh, yes.
Your mom?
Oh, I had to. They'd call you in.
What did you write?
Oh, things are doing good, and things like that. We're okay. Yeah.
Did you receive the letter from your mom?
Yes.
What did she tell you?
Oh, what's going on? My dog's doing this, and
You had a dog?
oh yeah, yeah. Every boy did, I think. Then. Yeah, but just things about whatever's happening. Neighbors and friends.
How much were you paid at the time? Do you remember?
I think it was $60 a month. Yeah,
And
which I got by.
what did you do with that?
I did send some home. Of course, cigarettes I smoked at the time. I think they were $1 a carton, 10 cents a pack,
Uh-huh.
those type things. Go have a few beers once in a while. On base, the club. That's
How
about it.
many aircrafts did you have in Suwon at the time?
How many? I don't know the number. I know what we had.
Approximately.
Oh, we had a couple squadrons. On our side of the base, F-86s.
F-86? That's what my father took.
Foxtrot, F-86, yeah.
F-86, yes. What other
across the field, I don't know, they had fighter bombers, I think, and I'm not sure. We didn't go over there. So.
How was the pilots there?
The pilots,
Yeah.
they were just normal people, young guys. You ever heard of, McConnell Air Force Base, Kansas, is named after a fighter ace from the 51st Fighter Interceptor Wing where I was. And they used to have us, we'd go to the theater and watch the films from his gun cameras. He would come up, and all of a sudden you see debris flying all over. He was an ace. Went back to States, and he got killed in an aircraft accident.
What was his name?
I think it was Joseph. Well, McConnell was his last name.
Connell?
McConnell.
McConnell.
They named the Air Force Base after him.
So, how was the Suwon, the city? Was it devastated? What was it? Could you tell me the details about the landscape of the Suwon at the time?
Well, a lot of, I guess I would call huts of straw roofs, thatch roofs,
Yeah.
those type things, packing crates, areas people lived in, whatever. Streets were muddy, and all those kind of things. I really didn't, other than going to Seoul, or we would make a run down to Osan the other way for things, different things.
What was in Osan?
I think we used to run down there and get some parts, aircraft parts.
So there was an air base in Osan?
Yeah, I think. And my 51st wing is there now at Osan.
So you were in the first, 51st, I mean,
51st Fighter
51st
Interceptor wing.
Okay.
Yes. My son went in the Air Force and spent 27 years, 3 tours in Korea. One with his,
your sons were in Korea too?
yeah, and one tour he had his family with him. And they all enjoyed it. And some of the pictures I've seen when they had the Olympics, and I was just amazed at a brand new world. Everything was, Korea is 60 years old, right? I mean, the new buildings and all that stuff.
The actual history is 5,000 years.
I know, but
Yeah, but we were all devastated, and now we.
60 years old in my mind. Somebody brought that up out here today. Beautiful buildings and roads. They showed the highways one time. And I remember the bumpy roads going to Seoul. That's about it.
Have you never been back to Korea, right?
No, I haven't. Well, before they started all these revisit and all this stuff, I had a few heart attacks. And back 88, before then. Then I had a stroke, and my legs are going. My wife said, well, you ought to try it. Well, I didn't want to. I made it the first time. I didn't want to die of it. And I'm amazed that I get my hair cut at a Korean barbershop.
Here?
Yeah, the Seoul barbershop. All Korean ladies, they treat me like a king. And my buddies. You see people downtown and they stop you. And, it's nice. Yeah. I was shopping with my wife yesterday, and this young lady come up to me, a little blonde gal. She said, I was over in Korea. And apparently she was in the military station at Taegu. Yeah. And she told me some of their experiences and all that stuff. Yeah, it's funny.
So, are you proud of your service?
Yes, I am. And the service was good to me and my family. Medical, for my family, all that stuff. Yeah. I said yesterday I'd do it all again.
Mm. And you proud about what Korea is now?
Yeah, it's just amazing how they built up. Like I said, my son is in the military. I have a grandson just became an officer in the Coast Guard Friday.
Congratulations.
I have a granddaughter who's in the Navy. I have another young grandson waiting to go in the Coast Guard. Everybody's proud what they do.
When did you leave Korea and back to the States?
When?
You were in early 1953.
Yeah, so I left, must have been December.
Of 53?
Yeah. Went to Japan again. Boarded a ship, I guess Okinawa, or Yokohama. This time we went to Okinawa, picked up a couple thousand Army troops, then into California. And we're coming into California, and I thought I bought the farm because I just come out of the shower, got dressed, my hair was wet. Everybody's hollering, the bridge, the bridge. So I'm trying to run to get my hat, and I had a top bunk. I broke a light bulb, my hair was wet, and I had to hold a metal pipe. I thought it was, oh no. But it was, they had a band out there playing California, Here I Come, and all that. And, you know, real nice.
Comments about your service and message to the young generations?
Well, like I said, I'm proud of my service, and my message to the younger people is, don't forget that war. I mean, a lot of people didn't even know what it was. Be aware of what's going on around you in the world.
John Denning.
It's beautiful.